Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I don't know what y'all would want to call this, but I know whenever fans, supporters, or bloggers, or whoever start pointing fingers at a certain group of people when something happened, these guys like to call us snitches, right? But in this case right here, with Jaydoe losing his life and allegedly being backdoored by his own crew, in this case, we don't even have to say anything. It seemed like the guys are the ones confirming that yes, he was in fact backdoored. And like I told y'all in the previous video, for one, when you get civilians mixed in it too, anything can happen because they don't have no street code, no street loyalty. So when they feel like something wrong was done and they want to speak up to get some type of retaliation because they aren't in the streets, that could lead to people telling. However, I don't think right now NoLimit can handle any more accusations, as they already been accused, allegedly, of having a hand in shooter shells unaliving, and it's been rumored that the feds was on them for that. Who knows? At the end of the day, we never know when the feds really strike. We never know when a RICO is coming, God forbid. But at the end of the day, when you have things like this happening and you have open threats being made, posts, social media videos, lives, it's kind of hard to get away from it when these things are present. Now, I know I said a lot, but the reason why I brought all that up is because in this case with Jaydoe, it seemed like even though we knew a lot of these guys were like slick divided due to them telling us themselves, it's like now it's more loud than ever. You can see who's picking sides. You can see who had a problem with such and such, and you can see who didn't. But at the end of the day, the people who have a problem with what happened to Jaydoe is kind of speaking more loud than ever. And a lot of them are saying that it was wrong because, as y'all know, he was an original member. And once again, we're not pointing fingers at anybody. But at this point, it's not even the supporters or the bloggers. It's actually the guys that are affiliated with NoLimit. With that being said, a lot of people was waiting to see what NoLimit Kyro had to say in regards to everything that's been transpired, because we know that NoLimit Kyro also had a little tension with Jaydoe in the past when he basically did the same thing that caused Jaydoe his life, allegedly. And at this point, I don't even think we have to say alleged because, like I said, everybody that's affiliated with these guys are coming out and saying that this right here was foul. And before we move on, y'all, let me just say this, right? This is how bad it is outside right now. These days, you can't even agree to disagree, right? You can't even have a fight. Everybody just going towards taking somebody's life or shooting. And, you know, sometimes I do understand because in today's climate, you don't know whether somebody has a weapon or somebody will retaliate with a weapon. So a lot of people these days don't even want to fight because they're scared of what may happen next, so they'd rather strike first. So it's like a double entendre. However, if we are guys and we have a disagreement or we have some type of tension, back in the days you would fight it out, right? These days, nobody's fighting, everybody's shooting, and then they're picking sides. It's nobody coming in between the guys telling them, yo, we shouldn't be doing this or X, Y, and Z. Everybody just minding their business. It's all based on who got money. I'm gonna ride with this one. It's just weird, y'all. But anyway, we're going to get into what NoLimit Kyro and NoLimit Jaydoe had to say in regards to the unaliving of Jaydoe and the rumor that it came from within the set. Now, NoLimit Kyro, who is currently incarcerated for his own separate charges and whatever he got going on, will actually react to the passing of Jaydoe, as he would take to his IG story to repost his picture and caption it saying, quote, "I love you and I'm sorry I couldn't make it back to you in time." Now in the next post, he will also show that Jaydoe was the only person that wrote the judge something kind so he could have some type of leniency on Cairo when it was time for sentencing. For y'all that never been incarcerated, it's something to where if you know somebody that's getting sentenced or would be going to jail, if you write the judge and try to tell him how good of a Samaritan he is, and if he get enough of those notes, it's possible that the judge can have some type of leniency because it shows that you are a good individual outside of whatever you're being accused of. So Cairo was saying that he was the only one that written a letter to the judge to try to help him out because he basically believed that he was the only one that wanted him out while everyone wanted him in. He would caption the post as he would say, quote, "Little cuz the only MF wrote a letter for me for my sentencing. Only one of the guys that wanted me out. N-words act like they wanted me out. I love you, little cuz," on Vito. Now another No Limit affiliate by the name of EBK Jaydoe, he would take to his IG story to address Jaydoe's passing, and he kind of hinted that the guys had something to do with it. He would take to his IG story to say, quote, "Every day I seen folks, he'll play his music all day, tell us his plan to make it out, talk ish, make his money, and go in the crib. Miss your energy already cuz this ish food. Any words be real life B-words on cello. MFs couldn't do this ish to ... though, LOL. What I always say, what goes around, comes around. N-words foul, 100 emoji. Don't come around me, I'm No Limit Reckless Way, Rock Block EBK." So at this point it's pretty evident. I don't think we even have to make any of these videos anymore saying that he was backdoored or set up because it's clear as day. Not only the family feel like he was backdoored, but you got guys that are actually affiliated telling you that what happened to him was foul. So right then and there we already know, no, none of his ops did anything because it would have been a different story. Clearly somebody close did it, and just from hearing how he lost his life, when they say he was shot 6 times in his back, that lets you know something. And yes, he had a weapon on him. The person he was with had a weapon on him. But like I always tell y'all, it don't matter if you have it on you or not. If somebody catch you off guard, or even if you're set up backdoored and people catch you from surprise, at the end of the day, they got the up on you and it's nothing you could do. And like we highlighted before, it's kind of ironic how he told G Herbo he can't come back to 77th and Essex, and he was caught on 78th and Essex, where he ultimately lost his life. Now, like I said earlier, I'm sure this is going to cause even more of a division. You can already see it now. Some people are posting him, some people aren't. That kind of tells you what side they stand on. And it's kind of crazy because that just makes room for more backdoors, more setup situations. And if I was any one of them, I'll just stay in the house because it makes no sense to come outside not knowing who or what to trust. Everybody was wondering whose side Cairo would be on. Well, I think it's evident as day because he's saying that that's little cuz. And not to mention, EBK Jaydoe also kind of hinted that Cairo did the same thing, but nobody had this type of energy for him. And once again, that was another little tidbit that it was an inside job. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. How do y'all feel about it? At the end of the day, now it's pretty much confirmed that this was something that came from the inside. And as we know, people are already pointing fingers at one person. But like I told y'all in the previous videos, it's more than just one person Jaydoe came at, right? So we can't just point the finger. However, we can say that it was an inside situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. I'm out.